Live stream going just now, and so we will hopefully get some questions on that. So let me kick off, Alex. How do you feel at this stage? It's a bit of a bad dream, is it?
Première question, Landy. Comment tu te sens, Alex, après cette course?
Which one?
That one, the big one.
Yes, bad dream, yes. Certainly was last night. Bittersweet, as we would say, I think. Still a bit shocked, but I feel very fortunate to be here with the boat and very well welcomed by everybody here in Guadeloupe, so thank you very much for that.
Donc un mauvais rêve pour moi, mais je suis quand même très content d'être arrivé ici en Guadeloupe avec l'équipe et le bateau.
It couldn't have been a better welcome under the circumstances, could it? It was very warm, and I think people are very understanding.
Yeah, no, I feel a bit mean actually, when to cross the finish line and not to be whooping with joy, which is what I should be, but I really didn't feel it was appropriate to be jumping up and down, especially as, we didn't understand, didn't know what the decision of the jury was, so we didn't know whether we'd won the race or not, so it wasn't appropriate to be jumping up and down, but it was an amazing reception here on the dock, so again, thank you very much to everybody for that.
Donc merci à tous pour l'accueil qui a été fantastique, mais c'était pas approprié de ma part de sauter de joie sur le bateau, étant donné qu'on ne connaissait pas la décision du jury à ce moment-là. Mais encore une fois, merci à tous.
For those of us who don't know, what's the process that went on when the jury came on board the boat?
Donc, quel a été le process à partir du moment où le jury est monté à bord du bateau?
The process gets done beforehand, so as soon as I made the race committee aware that I'd used my engine, and I was then protested by the jury or by the race committee, I don't know which, and then I supply them with the facts of what happened, and they look at the rules and the penalties, and then they decide what happened. So when the jury, I think his name was Jörg, was it Jörg? George, sorry. When George got on the boat with Hervé Vavra, he was really just there to give the decision, and he said basically, Alex, we can't really have you winning the race. You've used your engine. So and I think many. I didn't expect that. I have to say, I was expecting less than that. But on the other hand, to be honest, what I did was unforgivable. As far as I'm concerned, I've disqualified myself. So, sorry for the long translation.
Le jury est monté à bord du bateau. À partir de ce moment-là, Alex leur a donné les faits et tout ce qui s'était passé. À partir du moment où il avait enclenché son moteur, ça l'a disqualifié, et il le dit lui-même que c'est ce qui l'a disqualifié. Et donc c'est Georges, le président du jury, qui a rendu sa décision à bord du bateau, juste après la ligne d'arrivée.
So can we have some questions from the floor? I believe Jacques Guyader has one or two. If you could just introduce yourself first.
Hello Alex. Tu as beaucoup dit de choses déjà sur le ponton en arrivant. Je voulais juste revenir sur ta course avant cette erreur. Cette course était formidable, de ton point de vue de la trajectoire, de l'engagement que tu y mettais. Tu avais choisi la route la plus dure, la Northway. Tu peux nous dire pourquoi tu avais choisi d'aller dans cette voie qui semblait quand même la plus rude pour le bateau, la plus rude pour le bonhomme, même si elle paraissait la plus courte en temps?
So it's about your race course and just what happened on the water before that. Why did you choose the north option? Because it was the tougher and probably the quickest as well, but why did you choose that one in particular?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a north course. I'd call it a west course. And partly I think you have to understand that with this boat we moded it to go fast downwind. When you look at the Vendée Globe, 50% nearly is downwind. So we made this boat to go downwind. If we go upwind, we may as well stay at home. So, do you want to start with that?
Donc c'est un bateau qui est fait pour naviguer au portant et pas au près. Il a choisi cette option ouest pour tout simplement faire le plus de portant possible par rapport aux autres concurrents.
Also, the weather was moderating all the time. From the week before, it was 12-meter waves. By the time we started, it was 8 meters. And I didn't feel scared of those conditions, really. You know, I'm very confident with the boat. Done 60, 70,000 miles now, so I wasn't scared with those conditions.
Donc il dit que le temps était très changeant avant le départ et même le jour du départ où il y avait des vagues de 12 mètres qui étaient annoncées, qui sont passées ensuite à 8 mètres. Alex n'avait pas peur de vagues de 8 mètres parce qu'il a beaucoup navigué sur son bateau, il le connaît sur le bout des doigts, il a navigué entre 60 000 milles nautiques et 70 000 milles nautiques.
And I wanted to attack. I really wanted to attack the course, and I felt that that the option. It was a very strange route in the end. You know, to be going as far south as Madeira is like 1 in 40 routes. So being west gave you option. You know, if you're west, then you have the option to go south. You ease the sheets, you go fast. If you need to go west, it's easy to go west. You're in the west. Plus, the first obstacle was the secondary low, the center of the secondary low, and meteorology information said the best place to cross it was just north of the TSS. Plus, from France to the best place to cross was the best performance of our boat. So we had decided the day before what we were doing.
Thanks. Donc Alex a pris l'option ouest parce que d'abord l'option qui consiste à aller vers Madère et prendre l'option sud, selon Alex, c'est une option sur une quarantaine possible. Donc il a pris son option, mais c'était pas forcément la mauvaise et les autres ne sont pas forcément les bonnes. The rest was. Andy, can you help?
No, just saying that it was really for the strengths of the boat.
Yeah, the strengths of the boat, the best place to cross.
The strengths of the skipper.
Voilà, par rapport au bateau et aux qualités du bateau, c'était le meilleur endroit pour traverser.
And crossing we thought crossing the secondary low was the best place.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately for me, in the storm, my lazy jacks break. So on the port side, the lazy jacks break. Fortunately, I was on the deck, and I saw what happened.
Donc son lazy jack a cassé côté bâbord. Yeah. Et il l'a vu à ce moment-là.
And I had 2 reefs in, so I had nearly 100 square meters of sail on the deck. So I was very lucky to recover from this. But I think it cost me 50 miles.
Et à ce moment-là, du coup, il avait toutes les voiles, à peu près 100 mètres carrés de voilure sur le pont. Et il se sent très chanceux d'avoir été capable de se remettre de cette petite avarie.
And I was very nervous to make the door, the high pressure door. So I pushed very hard to make sure I got to the door. I expected to lose the lead, but in the end I didn't lose the lead. And then it was a 2,500 mile race that was made just for me.
Et il était très nerveux de prendre la porte pour la zone de haute pression. Et ensuite, après, c'était juste une course qu'il fallait dérouler sur 2500 milles nautiques.
Until someone put Guadeloupe in the way.
Jusqu'à ce que quelqu'un mette la Guadeloupe en travers de sa route.
Justement, s'il n'y avait pas eu cet accident cette nuit, on peut dire que tu allais mettre une pâtée, une branlée au Frenchie, non?
So without this incident, you would have beat the French?
One day it will happen.
Pas besoin de traduire.
Dernière question, je voudrais juste avoir, le bateau, il est vendu maintenant, ça y est, vous l'avez vendu?
About the boat, is it sold yet?
No, one careful owner.
Not yet?
I don't. Not fully sold yet. No, not fully sold yet. It's. I have to say, I'm scared for this boat for the Vendée. You know, I had some opportunity to be with Charal, and I'm not scared of Charal with this boat. But this boat could win the Vendée Globe for sure. So we have our work cut out to make sure the new Hugo Boss is faster than this one.
Donc pour le prochain Vendée Globe, Alex est apeuré un peu de son bateau, l'actuel, parce qu'il est convaincu que ça peut être un bateau vainqueur sur le prochain Vendée Globe.
Thank you, Alex.
So the next question, please. I think is Gilda.
Oui, Alex, bravo. Est-ce que tu peux nous expliquer, quand tu croises assez proche des autres poursuivants, à 10 000, avant d'empanner, ta configuration et comment ça se fait que tu ailles vraiment plus vite sur la traversée de l'Atlantique?
So when you cross SMA, 10 miles away from him, what's your configuration and how do you explain the fact that you were so fast?
I think we're the only boat in the fleet that has the foils working at very, very low angles of heel.
Donc Alex dit que c'est l'un des seuls bateaux dans la flotte qui a les foils qui fonctionnent à un très faible niveau de gîte. Pardon.
Est-ce qu'il peut nous expliquer un peu la configuration de la voilure? Est-ce qu'il était sous Jennaker ou quelle est la configuration, le foil maximum?
Can you explain?
Information sur sa vitesse et la configuration du bateau.
Can you give more details basically about the configuration of the boat and your sails, the configuration of your sails at that point?
I think when you look closely the way our foil works, I can be leaning over at 5 degrees and still have 8 tons on the foil. So you're lifting the boat without leaning over. And when you sail VMG, you cannot sail leaning over a lot. So the sails, I carry a similar set of sails, a spinnaker, an A3, but I think probably my sails are a bit flatter than everybody else's because I go so much faster downwind. Unfortunately, after 2.5 days in the trade winds, I break the spinnaker in a squall. But after that, after 15, 16 knots of wind, I use the A3 Jennaker instead.
Sorry, what did you break on the spinnaker?
I broke the spinnaker after 2.5 days in the trade winds in a squall.
Donc par rapport aux voiles, il a des voiles qui sont plus plates que le reste de la flotte et qu'il connaît parfaitement. Et au niveau du spinnaker, donc il l'a cassé au bout du 2 ou 3e jour, ce qui fait qu'il utilisait son A3, A3.
A3, yeah.
That's the one you used after?
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the foil, I'm a bit lost on the...
It just works flat. You've only got to heel the boat 5 degrees and it works.
Okay.
There's no golden ticket here. By having a foil like we have, we don't go so well upwind. So we're the worst upwind, but we're the best downwind.
Okay,
for a Vendée Globe, it's 50% downwind. So.
Avec les foils d'Alex, même sans gîter trop sur son bateau, les foils sont quand même performants et ils l'aident quand même à avoir du lift. Donc ça limite les contre-performances au près et ça l'aide vachement au portant évidemment.
Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Any more questions from the floor? Do you have anything coming in from the social media feed?
Yeah,
Hugo?
I've got one question. Will you be on the next Route de Rhum destination Guadeloupe?
Well, the first thing is to deal with the Vendée Globe in 2020. So that's our main mission, our main goal, and everything we do is focusing to go for that, and then we'll see after that what happens.
Well, Alex, apart from the obvious, what have you learned from this race in terms of the performance of the boat vis-à-vis the next boat?
Donc Alex, qu'est-ce que tu as appris sur cette course, sur ton bateau par rapport au prochain qui est en construction?
I've learned to be scared of this one. We race obviously with against PRB, which is obviously an old boat with a new foil, which to me is a new boat really. It's not the hull becomes less important today.
Donc j'ai appris à être apeuré de mon bateau et je suis heureux d'avoir régaté contre PRB, qui est certes un vieux bateau sur le papier, mais de nos jours on considère un peu moins la coque et vu qu'il est doté de nouveaux foils, c'était plus excitant en gros de naviguer contre PRB.
And what also worries me, and I think Jeremy has this right, is when you look at the amount of detail that's gone into our boat and the time and the energy and to get it just perfect. I look forwards and I think, well, okay, maybe we're going to make a boat faster than this one, but are we going to make it reliable? And I think that's the challenge that we have as a team now is how do we get our new one to be reliable?
Donc par rapport, il prend l'exemple du bateau de Jérémy Bayou-Charal qui se joue au détail près. Et aujourd'hui, on est vraiment dans le détail sur la conception des bateaux. Et Alex n'a pas peur de construire un bateau qui ira vite. Ce qui l'effraie un peu plus, c'est d'avoir un bateau qui sera reliable, comment on dit ? Fiable, exactement, merci.
One question was, what did Oscar say to you first off when you got on the boat?
He wasn't too bad this time.
Was he not? He's getting used to it.
I mean, he's just pleased to see his dad at home, and but he knows, you know, it's
He knows the game.
it's a bitter pill to swallow, this one, for sure. But you know, I have no one to blame but myself, and I have to say, you know, we did a great performance in this race. You know, really good. You know, I can pat myself on the back and say, good job, Alex. That's what I intended to do. But you know, we should look at Paul Milliot. You know, he's got a boat that's old and it's got straight foils, and you know, he's done a really amazing job. So I look forward to congratulating him tomorrow, and I hope he arrives in first place.
Donc la question était quelle a été la réaction d'Oscar. Alex nous avoue que la pilule a été un peu dure à avaler, mais qui peut quand même se taper sur l'épaule en disant bien joué, parce qu'il a fait une très belle course. Et en regardant devant maintenant, il garde un œil sur Paul Meillat, qui est en train de faire une course exceptionnelle aussi.
So any further questions? Any more questions? Anything from social media? Stuart, would you like to say something?
I'd just like to say one thing.
There you go.
Hi, just a thank you really. Thank you to the race and the race organisers. It's our first time participating in the Route to Rhum, destination Guadeloupe. We have enjoyed it very much. I guess the last bit not so much. And I'd also like to say thank you to Alex. You know, as a team, we all work together to make this possible. And not only did you, Alex, do a fantastic race, I also think you showed an unbelievable bit of seamanship last night. I think if it was me, I would have jumped off the boat and climbed up the rocks and gone to the nearest rum place, you know, to take that boat and keep it in one piece. In that scenario, I'm grateful that you've brought it back, and thank you to our partners. Our partners have been unbelievably supportive of us, so thank you to them as well. Thanks to everyone.
Thanks, Stuart. Any further questions? Oh, sorry.
Go on, William. What have you got?
I was going to say that phenomenal effort, and I think you know, you were so magnanimous there, which I think takes a huge amount of character. I'd say, you know, an absolutely phenomenal performance, huge sportsmanship. I think very much the best of British. Rich Energy are certainly incredibly proud to have an association with you, and I think to show such magnanimous and such a tremendous attitude at the end really shows enormous character and fortitude, in addition to the unbelievable physical and mental endurance required to do the race. So I think you really are a superstar of sport, and I think everyone in Britain should be very proud of you.
You're here.
Thank you, William. Thank you. Is that it? That was an easy press conference, wasn't it? Come on.
Any more questions, Hugo, coming in from Facebook and Twitter?
One from Facebook. What was the reason that make you took some rest so close to the finish?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. You know, it's hard to manage your sleep in these races. It's really it's a key part of it. You accept that you're always going to be tired, and you have to manage it. So I have this. I'll let you translate, shall I? Go on.
C'est une question intéressante. On a beaucoup de mal à gérer notre sommeil quand on est en course, et je crois qu'Alex est à deux doigts de nous montrer la fautive.
And if you ask my wife, she would tell you I could sleep anywhere.
Si vous demandez à sa femme, elle vous répondra qu'il peut dormir n'importe où.
So to combat that, I have this is an electric shock wristband.
Donc il portait à ce moment-là un bracelet qui vous donne des impulsions électriques pour vous réveiller.
So normally I wake up with the audio alarm, but I wear this all the time. I set the audio alarm for 20 minutes. I set this for 25. And there were 2 days in this race where this was waking me up.
Donc d'habitude, il met d'abord l'alarme audio au bout de 20 minutes, et ensuite il a l'alarme qui est au bout du bracelet au bout de 25 minutes. Et il y a eu 2 fois pendant la course où l'audio ne l'a pas réveillé, ça a été le bracelet qui l'a réveillé, donc 25 minutes après qu'il se soit endormi.
So last night I was 2.5 hours from Guadeloupe, and I thought it's going to be a long journey around Guadeloupe, so I should try and get some sleep. And I thought, is that a good idea, Alex? And I thought, well, you know, I have the electric shock wristband. It shouldn't be a problem.
Donc hier soir, il s'est vraiment demandé s'il pouvait dormir ou pas. Il était à 2h30 d'atteindre de la Guadeloupe, tout simplement. Et apparemment, ça marche très bien. Et il s'est vraiment posé la question. Il a fini par s'endormir.
So I put it on, but I don't think it was charged.
Et donc il l'a mis sur son bracelet, sur son poignet, pardon. Mais il pense qu'elle n'était pas bien chargée.
So I overslept the alarm, and when I woke up, I was grounded on the rocks.
Et quand il s'est réveillé, il était donc échoué sur les cailloux.
Which I have to say is a shocking experience.
C'est une expérience choquante.
Never to be repeated. But you know, I think it's nice. It's nice for people to mention the good things that happen in this race. We would, you know, there are lots of positive things. There was a good speed, some good tactics, some good navigation. You know, I managed to get some media off the boat as well. We learnt a lot technically. There's stuff we can do better still, and we'll use this opportunity to be stronger and be better and to learn more.
Alex, I've got one last question, maybe from social. When will you reveal the details of your new boat?
As late as we possibly can.
Donc, quand est-ce que vous allez révéler les détails de votre nouveau bateau? Et la réponse est le plus tard possible.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Merci, Alex.